morning, everybody. Mom Terry here, and you can probably figure out where I'm at. I'm here with all my favorite friends. Here's my little stripper pole right here. I practice my stripper dancing right there. Oh my gosh. Well, most of my viewers, y'all should know, I was probably going to wind up in the hospital. Yes, I did. They don't know what's going on yet. They're just keeping me here. Ran every test, and they're running more tests. Oh my God, they woke me up this morning. I mean, how dare they not give me coffee and try to get more blood out of my veins? I have no idea. I just think that's rude. Coffee first, then the blood test. All right. So, oh my God, I was so disappointed when Mr. Louis insisted I come, and he was right that I come to the hospital the other day. I have so many videotapes. I mean, I have like different toilet seats all laid out. I got food for cooking. I got different ways to cook. And it's like, all I want to do is show you all these wonderful things that I found, or I watch YouTube videos to make life so much easier living in a vehicle. And I can't get to any of them. And I feel like I should be apologizing. I am so sorry what is it? I had a little backslide or whatever. Oh my gosh, I feel it's terrible. All right, and let's pretend. Everybody, let's pretend. And here's the fabulous Miss Lucy, right? Oh my gosh, I'm not even allowed to lift her because of the stitch removal. I don't know. Anyhow, like I said, I have so many wonderful things all planned for everybody, but I feel bad. But let's talk about the wonderful hospital. I'm at the VA hospital in San Diego, and believe it or not, finally they got me to the point of you get your own room, which is wonderful. If you remember, the last time I was hospitalized, I had a roommate, and just because her daughter lives in New York City doesn't mean you accept a call at 4:30 in the morning Western time and talk to your daughter. That's rude when someone's sleeping in your room. So yeah, and I even went to the charge nurse, I think that's the term, and they're like, well, nothing we can do about it. And I'm like, you didn't slap that phone out of her hands. It's like, it's quiet hour from 6. But some little things that I think are common sense at the hospital, like this little thing, this will take a charge for like up to 8 hours, and then you have to plug it in so it can recharge. Here's something smart. So like it's 6:15, I wake up at 6 in the morning, 6:15 this thing goes off, it wants to be recharged, and the nurse wants to plug it in. Why didn't we plug it in last night while I was sleeping? This morning when I went to go for a walkie-walkie, I can't go anywhere because now it needs to be charged up. Just saying. If I was a nurse and I have no training at all, like I said, I would go around and every night when everybody goes to sleep, I would just plug in their little IV machine. This way in the morning, if they want to even go to the bathroom right over there, they don't have to keep plugging it in and unplugging it in. I'm just saying. But the people here are wonderful. It really is nice. I went through my food breakfast. Like I said, sugar, sugar, sugar. Now, they did come back with 1 extra coffee and bacon, so yay, but can't I get an egg, a hard-boiled egg or something for protein? It's like, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna have 7 pieces of bacon for breakfast this morning. Yay! Maybe I'll put it on that wheat toast. I love Jim Gaffigan when he goes to Subway and you want white, you want wheat, and he goes, or do you mean just like colored bread? Jim Gaffigan really makes me smile. They did bring me an extra coffee, which I love. I don't know why this can't be more like Denny's. Just throw the pot here. I don't know many Americans well, I know Mr. Louis has 1 cup of coffee in the morning, but most people I know in America, they have a lot of cups of coffee in the morning. So drink up, everybody. So I'm not going to be able to get to comment call because I didn't bring my computer, so I'm going to answer everybody's comments today. Yeah, I got lots of free time, don't I? Oh, the other thing, and I know I have a lot of nurses out there. All right, so my one kryptonite is, oh my God, what is the thing for allergies? Oh my God, I can't believe they give it to everybody for allergies. That's the one thing I'm allergic to. So anyhow, I had a CT scan to see if there's something underneath my stitches that's bothering me, and they did a contrast test. Uh, I think that means they put iodine in my IV because it went through my IV. So about 5 minutes later, my skin is fluorescent red everywhere. I'm fluorescent red. I had my little hat on, so I'm itching, 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 and itching, and everything. And I had a migraine. This is like 15 hours later, and I still have the migraine from it. So if anybody knows what they put in a contrast test, I just put it in the thing below. I'm trying to, whatever they did to me, put it in my things as I'm allergic to. Oh, Benadryl, that's the other thing I'm allergic to. So yeah, that one I had a severe allergic reaction to. Anyhow, my day looks like I'm just going to spend the day in the hospital. I've already seen my plastic surgeon. They ran some more tests, so we're going to await the test and see what comes back. You know, I went in on Sunday morning, and you know, for the VA hospital, all their labs are open. It wasn't a smooth process getting into a room. It took a very long time. You know, the doctor looked at me and said, my surgery area is very angry, which means it's bright red. So, you know, they definitely wanted to put me in, and they weren't sure whether I was having a bacteria infection or what. They're like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know either. Something's going on. Something's weird. So, you know, as long as I'm in here and they can monitor me, that's fine. Anyhow, I can't wait to get home and start doing my camping videos again. You guys are all going to love the way that I'm coming up with cooking. My whole world is exploding in the cooking department. You know, hanging with Mr. Louis for months, I really enjoy like making my own omelets and everything. Well, I make him an omelet too. I'm not that selfish. But, you know, but in the van, it was so impractical. So I found a lot of practical appliances that are extremely low wattage. Y'all know me. I love my eggs and everything. Where's the eggs? Where's the eggs? I don't know. Oh, I should tell them for lunch. Don't give me sugar for lunch. We'll see what they're having for lunch. Anyhow, so I found a bunch of low wattage appliances. You know, I love my Hot Logic Mini, but if you crack a couple of eggs in that, it is never going to cook. The Hot Logic Mini, it gets to 165 degrees, and that's it. So I found some things that I can actually boil water in that's low wattage. So yay! That'll be really nice. Oh my gosh, we're going to make like jalapeno muffins. I love making muffins. You know, a lot of the cooking, like I do have solar cookers. All right, so let me explain to you the problem with this solar cooker. I make something in the solar cooker. It's going to take an hour or 2 hours or whatever. I'm not going to stick around in my van, so where do I put it? If I go to the dog park with Miss Lucy, they sit on the ground, so dogs will pee on it. So, you know, that's been a little bit of a problem. Or, you know, let's say you leave it at your campsite, and I'm reading a lot. You know, I don't know what's happening to camping right now, but people are stealing stuff off of campsites, which is just wrong. So I don't want to put out a $200 solar oven and it walk away. And I love cooking in the van. I really do. It's really private. You know, I was talking to one of my friends, and you know, they're talking about doing lawn work, and they don't like being out in public where people watch them. And yeah, I get that. You know, that's why I, you know, the van right now. Yeah, I travel mostly full time in my minivan until something like this happens. I can do my yoga inside my minivan. I can do so many wonderful exercises. The hiking, I don't mind if people see me out there hiking. I usually hike with a big travel stick. So yeah, I don't have any embarrassment at that. But lifting weights, it was hard this summer. I was up in Cedar City, and they have a wonderful park. You never know when they turn the sprinklers on, but I have like the Thigh Master that I use and a Pilates toner, and it's like, yeah, I'm out in public and it's hot and you're wearing shorts, but there's a lot of Mormons that are wearing those really long dresses, so you know, you don't want to not embarrass them. You know, I'm coming into their world is what I'm doing, so I don't want to dishonor them. I don't know if that's the correct word. So yeah, doing a lot of my thigh toner, I can do that in the van, which I love. And the great thing about having the van is I can exercise when it's rainy or windy. Mostly, like I said, except for when it comes to hiking. I can do a lot of weightlifting in the van. So yeah, you all know me: diet, exercise, fresh air, sunshine, eat right. That's my little motto for living, and of course, seek the spiritualness in me. Also, I had this wonderful, I wrote this all morning long, a great little spiritual topic for Sunday. So I'm going to probably do it and put it in this afternoon's video. I hope you really like it. I don't talk about God or anything. God is whoever you want him to be. I don't, I'm not a Bible thumper. You gotta do it this way. It's like, I don't know. I just think God wants me to be a good person and do right by others, and that's the way I try to live my life. I try to help everyone that I can. Most of my viewers get that. Yeah, and if I go to hell because I was raised Roman Catholic because I didn't do a certain thing, I ate fish on Friday, or I didn't eat fish on Friday. Well, I'm sorry, God, but those standards were a little too hard. Or I know I'd probably go to hell if I fed somebody like enchilada on a Friday. I'm like, no, somebody's starving and you give them an enchilada because that's what's open at El Pollo Loco, and it's like, oh my God, I don't think God's like that at all. I think he's love. That's what I think God is. And it has to be love because all he's done is shown mercy on me. But my topic for the next video is homelessness. And I talk about homelessness a lot because, I live in a van most of the time. I never feel homeless. I feel loved. I feel well taken care of. My van's my little Explorer mobile. I absolutely cherish all the time I spend in my van. So yeah, I don't feel bad, not one iota about that. I'm trying to figure out what the heck. Oh, that they have an extender tray on my table. Yeah. So yeah, I can live in a house. I can live in a van. Either way, I'm happy. I always bring the party with me, is what people tell me. And I think living in a van is great. If I want to visit my family, I go visit my family. If I want to explore new places. Mr. Louis, it's so funny. We both knew I was going to be in the hospital, and Mr. Louis knew I didn't want to go in the hospital. So the other day he took me up to Julian, California. And no, I don't take pictures when we're not out on a date. We're just being buddies and everything. And but Julian, California, it's so funny. We drove past Ramona, California to get to Julian, California. Now, if I was in my van, I was stopped at Ramona, probably spent the whole day there, then went to Julian and spent the whole day there. Ramona has so many nice little antique stores and art galleries and everything. It was a nice little town. So next time when I'm on my own, that's what I'll do, is I'll go out and explore. And Julian is wonderful. You go up into the mountains. I'm not sure if they still grow apples. It looks like they have a couple of apple picking places, but nice little gift shops. Oh my gosh, I found a nice little bead shop up there. They had an art association gallery to where people could display their art. Lots of food. I did find some cheap eats. I was so hungry when we got there. I always eat at 12, and lunchtime that day was at 2 o'clock. So we ate at a nice restaurant. It was really, really nice. The ambiance was amazing, but something that I wouldn't normally do. Normally I drive up there and have my little Hot Logic cooking something for me, but I did find some really nice cheap eats. The town is wonderful. I know Travel Grandma, she just did a thing on Julian. One of the problems of living with a local, it's like, well, the pies are good but not that great, or but I did find a place to have a nice little slice of hot apple pie a la mode for $5.95. I did not eat that. That's why I want to do a lot on cooking in the van for my health. And it's not for my health. I got to be an older person. Well, cooking for one usually sucks. And I can eat like 300, 350 calories in a sitting, and that's it. So when they give you, and they think it's great, like here's 1,500 calories for you to eat all at once. That's not great to me. Anyhow, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Like I said, I'm going to be answering comments this afternoon. So if you got anything to say to me, cheer me up or whatever, please drop it in the comments below. All right, guys, I will see you down the road, and I will let you know the minute they let me out of here. Yay! All right, bye. Oh, I'm going to show you my sugar breakfast. Here it comes. All right, sugar, oatmeal sugar, 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 definitely sugar. What a wonderful breakfast. I ate the 2 pieces of laser thin bacon. So here's what I'm excited about. I picked these up at the $1.25 tree, and yes, I put them in my fridge and they're defrosted by the next day. This little low wattage machine cooked it perfectly in under 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, it was toasting hot and had 16 grams of protein, so yay!